What is going on, FG3000? Back in the place to be, and welcome to SAO Variant Showdown, the latest SAO game brought to you by none other than Bandai Namco. And really, that tells you everything you need to know about this game. And if you don't know, don't you worry, FG gonna break it all down for you. So let's just go ahead and jump directly into gameplay. Normally, I like to show off the characters first, but I mean, come on. This is SAO. You know what you're in for. We'll go ahead and leave the initial loading screens here in the video so you can kind of get a feel for it. But here we are, man, with yet another SAO game. And let me just say, spoiler alert, Bandai Namco living up to their reputation when it comes to this release. Once again, if you don't know, I'm going to break it down for you. But let's go ahead and start off with combat here first. Very straightforward. You can move your character around using this little digital joystick on the left side of your screen. You have dodges, you have basic attacks, and you also have special skills. This game's claim to fame is going to be its switch system. So once you have kind of exhausted your special abilities, you want to just kind of switch to your next character that's waiting on the sidelines. Rinse and repeat on. Make sure you don't get hit by telegraphs like that right there. Do as much damage as you can. Defeat all the enemies that you can as fast as you can. And that'll give you the highest ranking S, SS, S+, all that good stuff, right? That is the meat and potatoes of SAO Variant Showdown, and really, that's it. That is pretty much it. I feel like the only people that are gonna really even partially enjoy a game like this are, of course, diehard fans of the SAO series, because when it comes to like combat, it's nowhere near on the same level as like, you know, Punishing Great Raven or Aether Gazer. Like, it's not on the level of our more recent action RPGs that we've seen on mobile. It definitely feels quite a bit dated. It doesn't really have a lot going on compared to those games. That might be a pro or a con though, depending on who you are, right? But once again, if you're not like a massive fan of SAO, I don't really see a lot to enjoy here. This game has the typical Bandai trappings, and what that means is they usually put out a game that is really just barren and devoid of content. See if anybody gives them any whale money, you know what I'm saying? They like they put their feelers out like, yo, you guys gonna go crazy? Give us a lot of money? No? All right, we're shutting the game down. See ya. And they come back in a year or two with another game and with the same exact flow, right? And this game, more than most Bandai games, I feel like kind of follow that song and dance. Let me kind of break this down for you, right? So just a couple of weeks ago, right, they released a video apologizing for delaying the game. Now that sounds all nice and dandy, but get this. They never actually publicly announced the release date. So how do you delay a game that you never publicly announced the release date for? Whatever. All right, so whatever. They come out and they say, hey, the game is going to be delayed, but we're going to be continuing to work on it, making it better, etc., etc. All right, that's all fine. That was just a couple of weeks ago. So just last week, right before the weekend, they go, hey, surprise, the game's coming out in 2 days. Like, what? So why even announce a delayed release date if the game was going to come out in 2 weeks anyway? Like, I really don't understand what happened there. But since I don't understand what happened and I don't know what happened, I'm going to make up what I think happened, as I always do. All right, so no facts to back this up whatsoever. I'm pulling this whole scenario out of my cheeks, right? I feel like they initially wanted to delay the game to work on it, add more content, flesh it out, polish it, do all that good stuff. I think the intentions were there, but somebody at Bandai headquarters, somewhere in the executive team, they're like, bruh, we need to have an SAO game out for the holidays. We're shutting down Unleashed Blading, whatever that game is called. So we gotta have an SAO game out by the holidays, get Variant Showdown in a playable state. And that's what we have here, dude. This is it. This is what they were able to kind of cobble together at the last minute, because once we get out of combat and I'll kind of show you all of the auxiliary gameplay modes, you're going to kind of notice that there's not really any auxiliary gameplay modes. Like, really, this is about it. And there is a little event going on right now, like a little boss rush, but again, it just feels like a shell of a game, dude. Like, not a lot has changed since beta. There are there's a lot of placeholders that, allude to some future content, but today ain't the future, baby. Today is the present, and this ain't a present. All right, don't be trying to give this to me on December 3rd. What's December 3rd, FG? That's my birthday. I don't know why I brought that up, but there you go. All right, so let's talk about what type of gameplay modes you're gonna tackle here in the game, right? So of course you have your campaign, right? Normal, hard, and extra, right? Very straightforward. Well, wait a minute, extra's not in the game yet. yet, please wait for future updates. So just normal and harder in the game right now. That's not bad, right? No big deal. You do have some daily quests, which are just very basic, right? Get gold, get experience points. And then you also have a thing called limited time quests. There are 69 days left in this event, Kappa, called Ferocious Predator. So once again, if you're a fan of SAO, there's a lot to like story-wise. And of course, being able to use your favorite characters in a new game is always fun, right? So you saw the campaign, you saw the combat. Here's what else you can look forward to, right? You have event battles, which I will show off here in a second. Limited battles, still not in the game yet, so please wait for future updates. Battle Royale, which I have seen screenshots for. This might be further along than the game kind of alludes to, but once again, please wait for future updates. All right, there's a lot of please wait in this game. You got Treasure Hunt, please wait for future updates. You got a Battle Pass, please wait for future updates also. But hey, you know what? I'll hold on to my little $19, you know what I'm saying? And that is pretty much the entire game as it stands right now, right? You have the campaign, 2 difficulties, you have this little side story there, and then you also have this little boss rush event called the Blue-Eyed Demon. And that is the entire game, my friend, as it stands. Let's go ahead and tackle this bad boy on level 35. I'm ready. Labyrinth battle area. And I will say that the music is pretty much on point. That's not really hard to do, but the music is really, really good. So let's go ahead and jump on into this fight with the Gleam Eyes. And since I do listen to feedback, here is a little bit of uninterrupted gameplay with the full sound on without my voice all over it. When is it gonna start, FG? Right now. Dude, my buttons weren't working for some reason. I'm not sure. All right, I'm being quiet. Do you see how I have to tap twice? Dude, that's kind of funky. I'm supposed to be quiet, but dude, I couldn't hold my tongue. Hold on, wait a minute. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, see, that time it actually worked. I think I have to tap, tap, tap out loud. My bad. All right, so here's the game. Dude, I couldn't even succeed in being quiet. I had to say a little something, something. So this is not gonna be my best score, but we should be okay. Here comes the burst. Spam a Rooney. Just go crazy. Can I get up to 100? Probably not. So overall, like for me, I'm not really a big fan of this combat system. Like I said, I much prefer like games like Punishing Gray Raven's combat system by far. But it's not terrible. Once again, I feel like this game is really going to just strongly appeal to, you know, fans of the franchise because, you know, once again, using some of your favorite characters in a new combat engine is always fun regardless. Like if this game, like you know, to put my bias aside for a second, like if this game was like Fairy Tail and it was exactly the same, dude, my tone might be a little different. I can't front. I know my biases, all right? So for SAO fans, you know, still give it a try. It does seem like there are, you know, quite a few placeholders for future content. I do think the game has been rushed out. I do think it's devoid of content. I do think it's barren. I do think Bandai Namco just did Bandai Namco things, but hey, hopefully in the future, more things can be added, more of your favorite characters can be added, and some of these other gameplay modes can be unlocked. I'll probably, I don't know if I'm gonna play the game all the way through to the Battle Royale mode or just come back when Battle Royale mode comes out, but I definitely at least want to see it. So overall, I think it's meh right now, but it has semi-potential. And if you are a fan of SAO, dude, it's looking pretty rough here on the mobile platform. You know what I'm talking about? I do like the summon animation. I talked about this when I played it in beta. Summon animation is pretty cool. I'll let the whole thing play out here so you can see you're kind of building. Oh, wait. Dude, did they add a little something? Whee! I'm not sure what's like the highest rarity summon here. Like this is like typical Bandai games, right? The more people that come out and help, the better the summons, right? Very cool. There's my total dommage. And let's see what we get here. Oh, hey, that's a little rainbow action. There are cards as well, so they're not all just characters as well. So you do have Memorias, Craft Essence, Artifacts. I can't think of any more. I always try to think of more, but I never can. And of course, you're gonna have 50 different iterations of the same character because that's just the way it goes. Very cool. The music is on point, though. I have to admit the music is really, really solid. And there you go. That is my summon. I kind of want to summon again. Can I make this go faster? Let's see. I just want to do a little skipperoony. Little skipperoon. There's the skip button. And I just want to skip everything. Got some basic Kiritos. Oh, a little Alice card, but not actual Alice. I'm not sure she's in the game at all. Some ability cards. All right, and then do I have enough for one more? I do. All of this currency, of course, free to play, by the way. Of course. Ooh, Alifa, SR. And there you go. That is my little summon session. Let's talk about upgrading your characters. So pretty straightforward, right? You have EXP chips to drive your level upward. So right there, hit recommended. That'll take me up to level 27. Rank up materials. These are going to be in-game materials that you can farm for. And then you have unlocks, which are based on your duplicates, right? So you saw I had a bunch of duplicates here. I can go ahead and hit unlock potential, and that will, say it, FG, unlock your potential. Sometimes it writes itself. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. So unlocked, and there you go. We'll do one more. Takes a little bit of gold. Of course, it takes the actual duplicates themselves. And there you go, man. I'm already on my way. 2-star. Very, very nice. And the same exact thing applies when it comes to ability cards. You can hit recommended, drive that level up, and you can unlock potential using duperoons. And if all that feels a little too overwhelming when it comes to setting up your squad, you do have suggested party. You can go in here. There's some great filters in here. So you can set up a party based on element type, character class, etc., etc. So if I want to make a water team, I can just hit edit and it'll try its best to create the best water team possible, which of course is going to be helpful depending on the bosses that you're fighting and the stages and the future content that'll come out in the future. So there you go, my friends. A nice little look at SAO Variant Showdown. Like I mentioned all throughout this video, it just seems like the game was just a bit rushed. It looks like they had some decent ideas that just needed a little bit more time in the oven. Will Bandai Namco give this game the time that it needs in the oven? I have no idea. We'll just have to see. So that is it. I am out. And like I said, I might revisit this game once that Battle Royale mode comes out because I'm just kind of interested on how it's all going to flow, right? Nice camera angle, FG. You're welcome. I'm out.